There must be a path forward for each person, regardless of gender, ethnicity, socioeconomic level, or country of origin. Without these things, life cannot be the same. I wish each of you a good life, filled with a sense of pride and accomplishments. And I thank the Sage Colleges for this honor. Good morning.
President Scrimshaw, I now have the honor of presenting Frederick A. Miller for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
Fred Miller, you have been a true pioneer in the field of diversity, inclusion, and culture change in the workplace. As CEO of Kaleel Jamison Consulting Group since 1985, you have earned a global reputation as a change agent and thought leader on these topics, helping Fortune 100 companies and nonprofits of all kinds establish best practices that meet the bottom line while valuing diversity and inclusion. Fred is the first person to serve on all 3 boards of the top organizations in his field: the Association for Talent Development, the Organization Development Network, and National Training Labs. He's co-author of 3 books, most recently Opening Doors to Teamwork and Collaboration, and editor of The Promise of Diversity. He was honored as a pioneer of diversity by Profiles in Diversity Journal, a legend of diversity by the International Society of Diversity and Inclusion Professionals, and with a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Organization Development Network. In addition, his influence was recognized in the book The Age of Heretics, a history of the radical thinkers who reinvented corporate management. Fred, your commitment to community building is evident in your service on the Sage Colleges Board of Trustees, RPI's Center for Automated Technology Systems, the Troy 100 Forum, and your involvement with citywide symposia about quality of life issues. It is my great pleasure to say that today, on the recommendation of the Board of Trustees and the faculty, and by authority of the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York, the Sage Colleges confers upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, in token of which I present you with this diploma, and I cause the hood of the Sage Colleges to be placed on your shoulders and ask that your name be inscribed on the list of honorary degree recipients.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Scrimshaw, and thank you, Board of Trustees. A word about the Board of Trustees. These are very special people. I've been on the board for 12 years, and it's been a magnificent and wonderful experience. I appreciate your dedication, your giving, and the honor and privileges. It's been an honor and privilege to serve with you, so thank you very much. And it's been an honor and a privilege to serve with and partner with such a strong, warm, wonderful, caring faculty. An incredible group of people, dedicated to the students. Yes, please. Dedicated to the students of Sage Colleges. It's been an honor, and I've loved interacting with you and partnering with you and co-conspiring with you, so thank you. And wow, what great students, just absolutely great students. Every time that I interact with you, every time I am wowed, I'm impressed. I get invited to classes, I see you walking down the street, wherever it is, and whenever it is, I'm always know that's a Sage student because of the incredible persons that you are. So thank you for being who you are, and I'm not leaving this community, I'm just moving off of the board to breathe. I am very honored to receive this recognition. I told a story once to Susan Scrimshaw, and she liked it, and she asked me to repeat it once, and I will repeat it today in your honor. Way back in the olden days, I was born in November 1946. And on my birth certificate, it said the word Negro. That was not just a descriptor of the day for people who looked like me. It was a label defining your position and your status in life as a human being. It was a label defining your place in life. And that place was somewhat less than a fully accepted human being. Your place was understood, and you were expected to stay in your place. Don't expect much from life. Don't try too hard. Your role in the world is limited. Don't challenge what is. And clearly, don't get in the way of the important people. Those were the messages that were given. And those are only some of the messages that the word Negro meant on my birth certificate. I could have listened to those messages. My mother, who is 105 years old and living in Philadelphia, could have listened to those messages, especially when a school system counselor in high school told her that I should go to vocational school and not go to college. Nothing wrong with vocational school. In fact, I think now there's lots of advantages to it these days. But I wanted to go to college, and the counselor was saying no. And my mother said, I don't care what you say and how many degrees you have, my son is going to go to college. And I did. Some very important people in my life could have listened to those negative messages about who I was supposed to be as a Negro, but I was lucky, I was fortunate, I am blessed. They could have limited me, but they did not. Thanks, Mom, and thanks to the many, many mentors and friends, including Corey Jamison, Carol Brantley, Rick Kramer, and colleagues and teachers and people who helped me in many ways that I don't even know. Sometimes people help you, you don't even know they're helping you. They're just doing things that they think are right to do. And they did not let the color of my skin get in the way of them helping this person who had on their birth certificate Negro in the 50s and the 60s. They moved stuff out of the way for me, and I'm always grateful for those known and unknown to me who did that. Many, many people could have let that birth statement be a predictor of my life, and they said no. People helped me shape my life and didn't put me in a box based on those assumptions. That was an assumption of what I could and could not achieve. They moved those out the way and let me do my thing and let me grow and develop in ways that have me standing on this podium right now. They stood up when others tried to put me in a box, and they taught me not to put myself in the box. And I think that was the most important thing. You hear so many negative things about yourself in life, it's so easy to internalize them. And I think the work is not to let them come inside, but keep those things out there so it doesn't stop you from being your best. So I stand here today and I thank all of those who touched my life. I thank my many friends of childhood and my dear friend and business partner, Judith Katz, and all my partners, past, present, in the Kaleel Jamison Consulting Group, who are also here today. Thank you for being here. Kaleel Jamison Consulting Group is located in downtown Troy, right above Market Block Bookstore. Graduates, come see us sometimes. We do great work. And a special thank you to my marriage partner, Pauline Kamen Miller. Thank you, Pauline. And our two wonderful children, Shay Miller and Kamen Miller. Thank you both. I'm so glad you're in my life. So why did I tell this story? Because I want you to know, don't let anybody tell you who you can be or can't be. Nobody, nobody. Your best self. Be your best self all the time. Think in every situation. Every situation doesn't allow it, but when you can, be your best self. And most importantly, listen most to that voice inside of you, that voice inside of each one of you that says you can. You can. And listen least to that voice inside of you that says you can't. Don't buy into the labels that others put on you. Don't diminish yourself. Don't accept Negro. Don't accept too young. Don't accept too bold. Don't accept too whatever it is that stops you from being your best self. Don't put yourself in a box. The world is expanding. New things are happening every day. New professions, new ideas, new careers every day. Boxes are no longer needed. Be out of the box and let yourself take advantage of this wonderful world that we have that has this little craziness in it also. The world needs what you have to offer, and you have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer. So for someone who was marked to be small and less than, and who is now receiving this honorary degree, I say listen most to that voice inside of you that says, you can be big. You are wonderful just the way you are. Which does not mean there's not room to grow and to learn and to be better. Both can be true. You're wonderful the way you are, and you have room to be even better. And that's all good. The world needs you. Don't let anyone make you small. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred, and congratulations, Fred and Alexandra. That was wonderful.